Here's what's next on Eye to Eye, Kansas City. We talked to a mother of a missing 14-year-old child who has been missing out of the Clinton Center here in Kansas City. And this mother cannot find her child, and she seeks eye to eye to help find her child. And we're going to help and hear this mother's plea for her child to come home. You don't want to miss it. It is heartfelt and touching. Along with it. And of course, we have an update with Chris Nicastro, the email that we brought to you last time. That is an Eye to Eye Kansas City update, and we'll bring that to you here in just a little bit. And of course, the Kansas City, Missouri School District filed a lawsuit in response of the transfer law, and of course, it's part of the situation, the ongoing saga of the future of the Kansas City public school system. And of course, the transfer law is upheld. And we have this and a lot more stories to come straight ahead on Eye to Eye in Kansas City. But first, let's take a look at one. Why don't we go to breaking news, which is here in Kansas City. And this is breaking news of a 14-year-old missing girl by the name of Akira Burrell-Sledge. She was last seen at the Clinton Center here in Kansas City. Now, the Clinton Center, shall I say, is operated and managed and owned and operated through the St. Luke's healthcare system. And this case hasn't been drawn too much media attention. In fact, one Kansas City Fox affiliate picked up the story. And of course, Eye to Eye Kansas City has now picked up the story as well. So we're going to tell you what's going on. And of course, you get to hear the mother of Akira, Ayanna Burrell-Sledge. She's very sincere. She really has a plea to bring her daughter home. So without further ado, we're going to bring you that exclusive interview starting right now. Okay, I'm back. Can you tell me, how did your daughter disappear, and the process of you trying to get her back into your care and getting her home and safe?
Well, I don't know exactly how she got away from the Clinton children's facility, so that question I cannot answer. That's a question that I don't know the answer.
Okay. Can I ask this question? Why was your daughter at the Clinton Center?
Well, I'm not going to answer that, but it's because it's like, let's say, no, not really relevant.
Okay, I understand. So, what are some things that have been done to get your daughter back home? What are some things that have been done to get your daughter back home in your care?
Well, other than, court dates, meetings, and stuff, that's all that's really important.
If your daughter was to hear this show, this broadcast as of right now, what would you like to tell her?
I would love to tell my daughter that whatever it is that you think that you may have done that's wrong, don't even worry about that. Just come back, so we can do it the right way. Just come back from the scene. I love her. I never stopped loving her. And that even if you think that she's in trouble right now, mommy can do it. Mommy will know the end to make sure that we come back together. So I just need her to come home.
Okay. It's just, whew, I don't know how it is to be in your shoes or to have a child missing. I mean, I don't even have a child. I just have nephews. So, my heart is really going out to you because this is a hard thing. I mean, for any parent or any guardian or any relative, this has got to be something, chilling to not know where your child is at. So, can you kind of tell me what emotions are you going through trying to get your daughter home?
Actually, I'm going through a million of emotions. I got nightmares, sad, the times that I can't keep the straight. I just sit with my daughter that goes back before my eyes, with my voice asleep. Just a lot of things that I can go through. The hardest thing as a parent is, when the nighttime falls and the temperature drops, especially when it snows and sleet, and you have no idea where your child is. And then knowing that she was last seen in a locked secure facility, that the staff members are trying to get you to believe that she left, but yet still they can't give no video footage, no paperwork on how she left. It's all like, it's very disturbing.
And I understand that you had to that Brandon Allen, State Representative Brandon Allenton, which I'm closest friends with him as well. So that's how I kind of got, your information was through Missy, his mother, and through him as well. So that's how come I wanted to get involved in, broadcast, because I noticed there wasn't much media attention. Only one Kansas City station got involved.
That's correct, and that's Fox 4 News.
And I was like, this is just, for a town this big, that shouldn't even be going on. We should be trying to help. We should be trying to help you getting your child home, in any medium that we can use to do that. It should be allowed. We should be able to, use those mediums to bring your child home. And it shouldn't be a race thing or any other thing. It should be just bringing the child home that isn't in your presence,
Right.
So,
that's the hardest part, is that, a lot of people are trying to make this a racial issue. To me, right now, it's a safety issue of a 14-year-old girl, which just happens to be my child, that's out there in a mean, cruel world. My daughter's a very, very, very good girl that's caught up in a bad world. My daughter's not that bad girl. She's not a drug user nor abuser, And I just want the world to know that I'm just trying to get her home before the world do catches her and changes my little girl.
And that is certainly understood. Now, you said something about the Cretention Center not releasing anything, no information, no cameras, and I know that particular center does have it is video monitored. Now, what would be the best way to put this? They haven't been really cooperating with you. Is that correct?
No, they haven't been cooperative at all.
And I know when we was trying to have a person-to-person interview with you, I know you had to go talk to a social worker. Now, what has happened with what you can tell us? What has happened with that exchange with your social worker?
Nothing. She refused to talk to me, in front of, people that I was trying to have sit there with me, because going through the situation I'm going through, I am so stressed out that my mind is everywhere. So I gave permission for a few people to sit in with me with this interview, and I was denied the meeting. The meeting lasted less than 7 minutes, and the only thing that I can remember from that meeting is when she said that your daughter's just a runaway.
See, that's a shame. That is a shame. And it shouldn't have to be like this. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to, put you on the air. And it's not to blast you out or anything like that. I don't do stuff like that. You can even talk to Brandon Ellington and Missy, and they will tell you I don't blast people out like that. I try to offer another voice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but like I me. All I remember is her saying that she's just a runaway and her getting her stuff and leaving.
So what are are there any legal things that you're going to take that you can probably won't be able to say it, but are there some legal recourses that you might be taking with the state and or the retention center?
Well, that I can't comment on that right there, but what I can say is that my most important thing that I'm going, forward with right now is finding my daughter and bringing her back to safe.
And that is understood. Now, what if someone has happened to see your daughter? How can they get in touch with you? Give them everything that you can give, and I'm also going to give this as well after we get off the interview. After I get off the phone with you from the interview.
Well, the best thing to do right now is that if you see her, do not approach her and let her know that you recognize her. I'm asking that, if she is to be seen, please call the Kansas City Police Department. Just call 911 and let them know where you've seen her at and the area, the description of her, and let them come and handle it from there. But I am asking people not to approach her at all, period.
And that is the best tip that we will give off on that, because we don't want you to scare the poor girl that's probably trying to find her. She's probably trying to figure out what things are and everything in that nature. We don't want you to scare the girl. We want her to come home safe. So don't try to approach her like Miss Ayanna Burrell is saying. Don't try to approach her. I do want to say thank you, Miss Burrell, because I know this is very. I'm very speechless right now at what you had to go through, and it is not a surprise that you got to go through the state, because these kinds of matters, the state likes to kind of sugarcoat and not say anything. But I know you want them to say something. You want them to release files that are of importance to getting your daughter home. And I know that's all you want. You want your daughter home. You want her safe. You want her in an environment that she knows and that that is safe for her.
Right.
Now, is there anything else that you would like to say, or any comments that you like to give?
No, not really. Other than I love my child and I miss her so much. I just want her safe and back. That's it. That's my main priority is finding my daughter and getting her back to safe.
And that's our primary goal too here at Eye to Eye. This isn't my first. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not my first missing child case that I've reported on this broadcast. I got started here on Eye to Eye in 2011 with a missing child case in Florida, and which the show's here in Kansas City. But I had a case that wasn't shown on the air. It probably made it to ABC News, but that's all I got. But I'm hoping this story makes it to everywhere, from coasts to islands to any state across that is surrounded through Missouri, even Canada. I don't care where it goes. I just want you to know that we're trying to get your daughter. We're going to help you get your daughter home. And I do thank you for your time and sharing with us what you had to go through.
I thank you for giving me a chance to let my voice.
All right, everyone. That was the interview with Ayanna Burrell, the mother of Akira, and of course you see the picture right behind me. Akira Burrell-Sledge. She's 14 years of age. She was last seen at the Crittenden Center here in Kansas City, Missouri, but her last whereabouts could have been near. She was possibly spotted near Armour and Paseo, and she was last seen November 26th. I want to make a note of that. And her mother wants to make note of that as well. Now, what can you do to find this young lady? Do not approach this lady. When I talked to Miss Ayanna Burrell, she told me do not approach this young lady. Just call the police. Call her. We'll give you her contact number here in just a minute. But what she wants you guys to know is that it doesn't matter what is in between her daughter and her. All she wants is to bring this young lady home. And it is our job to bring this young lady home. No matter what we think or what we feel or what's the assumed case and risk here, it is none of our business, to be honest with you. And I think that this case, has brought about. It shouldn't be a question of race, and me and Miss Ayanna Burrell had talked about that real briefly because we wanted to make sure that this girl, we had more time to talk about this girl and more information that she wanted me to have pertaining to this young lady. So I want every Kansas City, eye-to-eye Kansas City viewer to, if you've seen this picture, if you've seen this young lady, please give her mom a call. Tell her the location of where you've seen her. Don't approach this young lady. Just do not approach this young lady. And my producers just told me that it should be a scroll, or if it hasn't already been a scroll, towards the bottom of your screen of this missing, and it's going to be entitled a missing person, a missing child alert, and it's going to have Miss Ayanna Burrell's contact information, the police information, and I don't think, do we have that in a graphic? Okay, we do have Miss Ayanna's contact information, which is 661. Is this the right one? Okay, I don't know where you're going. No, that's not it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying out a new system here. And of course, as you can tell, we got a new graphics package. No, turn it up. There we go. Alright, now, right behind me, this is Akira Burrell-Sledge. She's 14 years of age, and all you need to do is call 911 or her mother at 663, not 661, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, 816-663-5151. She was last seen at the Critton Center. And, but her last whereabouts could have possibly been near Armour and Purcell, but she has been missing since November 26th. So please, if you know where this young lady is at, she's in the national database, according to my good friend and media sources from Fox 4 Kansas City, that she's in a national database, and the police had put her in there. She is 14 years of age. Let's run through all this again. And of course, we'll show you this information towards the end of our broadcast today. She is 14 years of age. She has been missing since November 26th. And she was last seen at the Critton Center here in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, the Critton Center, we try to reach the Critton Center for comment and on this specific issue, but they declined to comment at this time. And well, if they decide that they want to comment, we will update that, but I don't think they will. But we're going to try to press hard to see what's going on. Now, great friends of the show, Brandon Allington and gang, have been helping her getting this some attention, and I do think the Brandon Ellington squad and Brandon Ellington himself and his mother bringing this to the spotlight and on the social media front as well. We'll have more of this. We'll keep you updated if we have any more developments. But of course, you never know we're hoping and praying that this young lady is turned up safe and sound and that she's at home. That's what I want to make that report on. I want to say this before we move on. I've been on the air since 2011. And some of you might remember Jazzy Shockley. And that report just gave me chills, and my hair just, my back hair just went as I was doing that report. That same kind of feeling is coming back to me. And this young girl should deserve a lot of attention, just like Jazzy Shockley, just like Precious Doe. And I'm not saying it to be funny or evil or anything, or wishing this young lady dead, because I'm not. And it should be even getting enough attention like baby Lisa Irwin that we brought you back in 2011 as well. So I'm not sure about how come our press. I'm not sure why our press is acting so stuck up. Or a missing child is a missing child. I don't give a crap if it's black, blue, indigo, your color, my color, the color of these walls, studio walls behind me. I don't know where our media is trying to do, or if they're trying to protect advertisers or what. It shouldn't be about advertisers. It should be about this young lady. So I want to give applause to our partners at Fox 4, Kansas City, WDAF TV 4, for covering this story. And of course, it was very emotional. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is important to note that our audio is a little bit funny. Our audio system that we use to tape Mrs. Burrell's interview is a little bit slow and kind of sluggish. So you might hear a low of Miss Burrell, and we do want to apologize. And we're hoping to get a person-to-person interview in the near future with Miss Ayanna Burrell, and hopefully it has a better sign than what we've been getting. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and we will return after this here on Eye to Eye, Kansas City. Don't go away.
Jim, you once stuffed a dryer 3 times past the recommended limit. It took 16 hours to dry your stuff, and that hoodie's still a little damp. We admire your stuffing, Jim. You've inspired us to not just stuff our crust with cheese, but with 3 cheeses. Why? Because we can, and no one else will. We call it our 3-cheese stuffed crust pizza. We could have stopped at 2 cheeses, but we have no self-control. $12 for a large, or any unstuffed for 10. Go for greatness, people. Pizza Hut, make it great.
Welcome back here on Eye to Eye, Kansas City. We're taking another live look. I believe this is just random pictures out of Rick is doing what in the control room, but okay, let's talk about the Kansas City, Missouri School District in terms of bringing on its online lawsuit. The Kansas City, Missouri School District wants to be credited temporary provisional accreditation until possible ruling to block student transfers. The lawsuit is for the response of that transfer law. Now, in bringing that in transition to what my next headline, the transfer law is upheld. The district must pay for all transfers out of the Kansas City, Missouri School District. Transfers could make the Kansas City public school system bankrupt. And this same particular law has made the St. Louis School District bankrupt. Already there has been some outlash from surrounding metro school districts on this transfer law because of enrollment, in terms of how many kids would potentially come to each individual eligible school district in our system. Now, here's an eye-to-eye update that we're going to bring you. And this update is about that email with Chris Nicastro and those two two state representatives that want. Oh no, this isn't it, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on here. That is bringing this lady here, the right lady here, Chris Nicastro, who is Missouri